That's oil. Should we leave this? Yeah, this will allow more air to get in the motor. A few weeks ago, I just picked up this BMW, and I only have one goal with this thing. I'm gonna make this a supercar killer sedan. It's got some problems, a lot of problems. It leaks a lot of oil, but this is gonna be the biggest budget performance build we've ever done. It only has 113,000 miles, which those are rookie numbers, so we have plenty of room to grow. Let's check out under the hood. All right, there it is. This is a 2015 BMW 335i. It's got a straight six with a big old turbocharger on it.
The best part about this build is we're gonna do it for under 10 grand. Honestly, right now, we might be able to get this thing to 500 horsepower under 9 grand. And hopefully it doesn't blow up on us, but I think it's gonna be great.
Enough about that stuff. Now, I've already spared you the boring task of all the cosmetic crap that you get on these cars. So I've already upgraded and changed these used Craigslist $200 wheels and tires that I think look a lot better than stock, which are right here. And a few other things I've already done. This trim was all chrome. No new car should ever have chrome. That's a bad thing. Basically completely blacked out. And this faded spoiler, this was already on here, but we're just gonna leave it, you know, because arrow. All right, as far as interior, it's pretty nice, but there are a few things that are wrong. Take, for instance, this big old crack in the windshield, which I will not be replacing because it costs way too much money. And this window, when it rains, leaks into the interior like fucking crazy. But other than that, 7,500 bucks, I think it was a steal. Only 113,000 miles. Oh, and it also has one of these things, which sucks. All right, guys. Next mod we're doing to the supercar killer BMW is, we got this cutout. You might be saying to yourself, why didn't you get an axle back? Well, this is gonna be a sleeper build. I don't want people knowing how much, you know, power we got. So this is gonna allow me to go from mild to wild real fast while maintaining that sleeper-esque build. So let's do this. All right, I installed the cutout, routed the wire. Now I should install this wireless box so we can use the remote. So let's do that real quick. 2 connections. 1, and you ready? Ooh, yeah. Okay. Let's see if it works. Okay, I got my handy dandy red key, and I'm gonna open this and let's see if it works. First time. Oh yeah. I can't see anything. Is it opening?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got this on Facebook Marketplace used, so that's why it looks so gross. All right, let's go hear what it sounds like. All right, first mod right here, $100 eBay used air intake. That is gonna suit this real nicely. You'll be able to hear those turbo noises too. All right, I think this ought to do the trick. Okay, well, there's the old one. It's got oil all over it, but other pretty clean, pretty clean. All right, now I'll put, oh, look at this big old thing. Well, we need that. All right, we cleaned it and reinstalled the mass airflow, and it's all good to go. Let's put her in. All right, just got to do a few more connections and we're good to go.
Okay, it's in. Start it up.
Let's hear what this bad boy sounds like.
Oh, wow. That's quiet.
Nothing yet. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
See that turbo, man. That's literally the turbo from GTA. All right, we just pulled this big old cat out of the car. Restrictive cat. Took the O2 sensors out. We plugged them up. This will go in the storage bin for now. But let's install that catless downpipe. All right, we just got the new V-band clips aligned for the new downpipe, catless downpipe. And once we tighten these bad boys, we can turn the car on and get the tune, a stage 2 tune going. And this thing's gonna be loud. Now that that thing's in, let's do these O2 sensors real quick.
Now that we finally got the downpipe in, it took a lot longer than it should have, but that's what happens when you do it on ramps. But Lenny's connecting the O2 sensors, and then we're gonna start this thing up.
Here's the brand used intercooler that I just finished installing. Pretty boring stuff, but this will allow more air in, get cooled, more power, something like that. All right, ready to test it? Fire it up?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Should we leave this? Extra suspension. Yeah, this will allow more air to get in the motor. It's a splitter.
It's an air dam.
Let's shove this in here. There we go.
Sometime later.
All right, so next up is we got to tune the BMW so we can actually benefit from all those performance mods. But first, got to move the Jag. First thing we gotta do is put the car on the trickle charger. Okay, so we're just gonna hook this up just so that way when I'm tuning, if your car battery dies, you like fry the ECU, so preventative measure. Okay, we heard the click. Let's get the computer hacking. All right, we got our wire hooked up to our OBD2. Let's plug this bad boy in and get, oh, I need to get the converter piece. 1 second. Forgot computers nowadays. You need these special stupid adapters. Okay, we can now tune the car. Okay, so first things we gotta do is we gotta pull up the map. I'm using boot mode. I don't know how you pronounce it. Okay, I've loaded it in. So these are my current maps that I have available for the BMW. I think we're gonna go with stage 2 91 octane. But we could do what's called the M2 tune. I don't know, I think that's just the tune they import from the M2 because it's a similar motor. So we click on stage 2 91 octane. It's already downloaded. Let's fucking do this. So ignition is on, trickle charger's plugged in, computer's plugged in. You gotta click the big red button. And now we wait. Drivetrain malfunction, chassis stabilization error. This is all part of the plan. You gotta trust the process. 1% completed. So if my computer dies or the car dies during this process, pretty sure I have to like buy a new ECU for the car. So let's hope that doesn't happen. It's almost done flashing. This is an off-the-shelf tune. That's what they call it. This is not like someone sending me an email. What are you laughing about?
It's just your face.
Stop. Finishing up. Some error codes, some nice little bells and whistles. We gotta get like the green thumbs up here. Oh, green check. All right, there we go. Stage 2 on. And this is gonna work great with my current setup. I have full bolt-ons. You know, we got the intercooler, we got the charge pipe, we got the down pipe, you know, with the air intake, we got the tune now. That's gonna give us like maximum performance without like changing the turbo out. So I say we get this thing on the road and let's test it out. All right, so before we start this thing up and go test it out, I do have to address something that you're gonna see. In the beginning of the video, you saw that I had these wheels on the car and I said I didn't wanna bore you with all the cosmetics. Well, since then, I hit a massive black rod on the freeway that essentially cracked and broke my rear rim. So right now I'm running stock wheels on the rear, modified on the front. And the other side looks just as stupid. I'm gonna go test this thing out. All right, here's a semi-cold start. It's kind of quiet, but just wait until we drive. Oh no! What is this? That's oil. Okay, we gotta put it up and see why it's leaking. You wanna try it?
I'm good.
Okay, so it appears that I'm leaking oil now in the Beamer. Big surprise, right? Let me turn on the car and see. There's no dipstick in these stupid things. Yep. Just as I suspected. Engine oil at minimum level, add 1 quart of oil. Yeah, this isn't good. Let's put it up on ramps, get the underbelly panel off, and let's take a look and do some investigating. Right as I was about to take it out too. All right, I took all the bolts out. Here's the underbelly panel of the car. So now we'll have full access to see what's wet and what's dripping. I already saw a few drips while I was down there, so let's get down there and do some investigating. Oh boy, holy shit. Wow, there's a lot of things that are wet down here. So for starters, can you see this? For starters, the whole bottom of the intercooler, it does, you know, it's caked in oil, and if I look up, the bottom of the oil filter housing is pretty wet too. So, you know, that's a quick gasket. That's probably an afternoon change, but it's also wet by my downpipe. Those are 2 very different locations, so it might be leaking from the valve cover. I don't know. Let me get in there more and do some more investigating. So that was on the downpipe. So the downpipe doesn't look terribly wet, just in one part. Yeah, I think the biggest leak, I hope it's not leaking on my nice white shirt. Looks like the biggest leak is probably going to be the oil filter housing. So hopefully in a future episode we'll be changing that out. But for the time being, we have to be very careful. Yeah, look, all these hoses are just coated in oil. This sucks. This is what you get when you buy a $7,500 Beamer. So this oil filter housing right here, it's a pretty common leak on these cars. That looks like it definitely is sweating. And that is a pretty bad one because it can leak down on the serpentine belt and cause it to fly off, which causes all sorts of problems. So That one I will be ordering a kit for. As far as all the other leaks, the valve cover leak, honestly, it's not too bad. I think I may just leave it because it's a big job and it's kind of pricey. And coming from American cars, I like metal valve covers. And of course, BMWs, the Germans use plastic ones, which crack and warp, and I might just leave it. Okay, so I just pulled the old filter out. What I like about German cars, which I don't say very often, is that the filter's exposed. So you can kind of look inside of it without dissecting, you know, an American filter. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any metal. It smells fine. First O-ring. Oh. And then here's the second O-ring. Ow, fuck, I just stabbed myself. There we go. Oh man, this thing is chewed up. Take my insanely dirty rag with leaves stuck into it. I'll just kind of clean this. Okay, first O-ring going back on. Boom. Okay, O-ring is there. And then we'll do the top O-ring. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's snug enough. The weirdest caps on this thing, dude. What is this, an orange juice bottle? Beats me. All right, BMW. Drink up. Oh, fuck. Just got it everywhere. Nice. This is gonna take an astronomical amount of time. Okay, so tell me if this makes any sense. My car is cold, I just did an oil change. It says that I can't measure my oil level until the engine is warm. So you're telling me if I put in the wrong amount of oil, I won't know until my engine's hot and it's destroyed everything? What is wrong with BMW? It makes no sense. I guess I'm just gonna have to trust that I put in enough oil. It's bullshit. Okay, so we got the oil leaks figured out. I'm gonna work on those as soon as possible. We changed the oil in the car. We are ready to take out my $7,500 BMW that should be just shy of 500 horsepower with these bolt-ons and this tune configuration. We're still under the $10,000 mark with all the mods. You know, there's nothing wrong with Facebook Marketplace and buying used parts. So that's what we did on this build. Let's start it up. Let's take it out for a spin. And I know it looks stupid with the mismatched wheels. I'm working on it, all right? I'm thinking I might get bronze wheels next.
I'm an American V8 guy, so it sounds like shit to me.
Hey, I like V8s too. Let's go sweep up some Hellcats. I think the next step is we say fuck the $10,000 and we put a big ass turbo on this thing until it blows up.
I second that.
I mean, it's already leaking oil. Holy shit. Oh man. Luckily we're in Mexico and we're not showing the gauges on camera, right? Okay, so we're good. Look at this fucking schmuck. Gold BMW. Who does he think he is? Alright guys, well there you have it. The build is done. And I think next thing is we gotta take it to the Irwindale drag strip. That's where we could really put it to the test, really get some official times to see, you know, how well the build is doing. I don't know if next I want to do a big turbo or maybe just, you know, do some more cosmetics, get some different front bumpers. I kind of like it that it's a little bit more low key. It's more of a sleeper build. But who knows, maybe I'll get an M2 conversion bumper. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned. And boom, we're gonna put a big turbo on the $7,500 BMW. It's gonna be awesome. California. Dude, you just got a Today we're gonna be taking my $7,500 BMW build to the next level. You've already seen we built it to right around 500 horsepower. First things first, we gotta go to the pump to get some of that special corn sauce. And when we get back, we'll throw on the custom tune, and then we'll have some fun.
So the name of the game is cheap power, which means we're not going to be touching the fuel system at all. We're going to leave the stock shit in there, which means that we got to use E30 fuel. And what that is basically a special blend between E85 and your premium gasoline. So we got to go to the store. We got to make sure that our calculation's perfect. Good thing I got an F in chemistry. So anyways, we're going to put that in there, put it in this piece of shit,
Piece of shit.
Nice piece of shit, whatever. But we're gonna put it in this thing and see how much power we can get, and we're gonna reward you with a nasty fat burnout at the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned. So basically the calculation's pretty easy. We need 73% premium gas, and then we're gonna take one of these little bad boys right here at the gas station.
Basically the rest of it will be E85. We get our E30 mix.
So let's take the Jag to the gas station, because why not? It's raining outside, so we may slide around a bit, but hey, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, I can't take this because I need to keep it at that perfect level.
Yeah, gotta keep the gasoline untouched. So we'll take the Jag, the hot rod Jag with its big ol' cammed choppy V8 in it. Basically what I'm doing right now is just labeling it so that when we bring it back, I don't accidentally put this in the Chevelle T-Bird. That would not be good.
So that way, no mix-ups possible. Hold on.
This is normal. That's how it goes. We have the Hot for Teacher tune on the car, on the carbureted car. Oh, sorry.
I don't have any wipers in this car, so this is what I gotta do when it's raining. There we go. Okay. It's time. It's time for 85. Okay, so we just got here, and based off my calculations, with how full my gas tank is right now with premium, I need to add about 4.16 gallons of pure E85. So, that's what we're gonna get. All this work. All that horsepower.
So the funny thing is that technically this is gonna cost like $8. So he's gonna be adding close to 50 wheel horsepower for $8.
Except it's probably costing me 20 bucks in gas in this thing to get here.
Yeah, that's true. We have to drive about 17 miles to get to this gas station, so the gas used in the process of getting here costs a little bit.
Hey, you
but
do what you gotta do. Okay, I just put my card in. Got E85 selected. I need 4.16 gallons, so we're gonna keep an eye right here. How accurate can I get it? We will find out. Oh, look, it's one of those.
oh, here we go. You went too much.
That's a sale.
Oh, never mind, never
Fucking
mind.
idiot. This is one of those California.
Dude, you just got almost my feet.
Sorry, and then don't clean your shoes. This is one of those non-safe California gas pumps where you can do shit like that. Oh, you son of a bitch!
One more.
Yes!
Oh, we did it. 4.16.
I perform under pressure.
So it costed 14 bucks. So
Still, with 3 miles,
14 bucks. For
3 miles per gallon on this thing, it costed more to get here. All right, we got our E85. So with E85, the actual ethanol percentage varies, so people like to test it, which I'm gonna do right now. Okay. Yeah, that's 85. That's 85%. Okay, we made it back. We'll add this in, and then we gotta do the fun stuff on the computer. And like I said, if I've done my calculations properly, this should top off the tank to 100% full, and I'll have a perfect E30 mix. Boop. Boop. Oh, that's not good. Okay, hold on. It didn't push in the valve. It's probably good for your paint. It cleans the paint. It's like a... All right, well, there's black coming off on the paper towels. That's not a good sign. Here, no, go get the hose. The stupid check valve wasn't in. Fuck. Okay, take 2. Okay, we're going successfully. On the paint.
So we're thinking about adding a much bigger turbo for this car. So let us know in the comments down below if you think that's what we should do. I'm convinced Lenny needs a little more convincing and a little more nudging.
I don't know if I need nudging. We're currently talking to one company seeing if we could work something out, you know? Get a little turbo sent out, a little turb ski. Once you go big turbo, you don't go back.
I really want to take this to the Irwindale drag strip, get some real times, see how this car does. The E85 is now in the car. So next up, break out that computer, press some buttons. We're not done?
No, we're not done.
What do you mean?
I was just checking the gas level.
Oh, you gotta pour more of that in?
Yeah, there's like half of it still in there.
Oh.
Okay. So now we gotta tune the car. And before we do that, hook it up to the trickle charger. So one of the connectors will go here, and the other one will go right here. The next thing we do is blow it up. I mean, plug it in. There it is. Okay, let's get the tuning. Computer hacking. It just kind of feels like deja vu, but wires plugged in. Got the special piece. Ow. Let's plug it in. Okay. All right, let's get to tuning.
Okay. What was that?
Nothing. All right, well, now that I've got the correct thing pulled up, we could turn the car on. Just the ignition. I got a check engine light, came on about a day ago. I want to run a few tests to see what it is, just to make sure nothing's too bad, you know? Okay, so we'll come down here to Diagnostics, read. Let's see what comes up. Wow, that is a lot of codes. Wow. Well, these all say inactive, so we'll just worry about these right here. So we got mixture too lean, we got intake air temperature, inconsistent basically, and throttle valve angle. Yeah, let's get this sorted out before we tune it. So the car lately hasn't been cold starting properly. It seems like the idle's messed up. So I think that's where the lean code's coming in. But as far as the intake air temp, we're just gonna clean off the mass airflow and it should be fine. Come on, you. There we go. So we're just gonna take the intake off to get access. Everything looks fine. I think that's all we need to do. Also, while I was in here, I noticed the radiator, which is like all plastic, is starting to get a hairline crack on it, which wouldn't happen if they made them out of fucking metal. Sorry. Put this back on. We should be good to go. That's taken care of. The rest of the codes we could probably just fix with the tuning. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, now that that's all cleared up, we go ahead and clear those codes. Probably one of the best features when owning a BMW. Okay, we're tuning. It's downloading. It'll start uploading. And then we'll be good to go. Oh, chassis stable. Oh, drivetrain malfunction. Throwing all kinds of codes.
Drivetrain malfunction.
It's fine. And there we have it. Successfully tuned. I am stoked to get this thing on the road and see what it can do. Okay, so now I turn the car off. Wait 5 seconds. Okay, pull the plug. Let's get out of here. Let's go test this thing. All right, let's get a little cold start on this thing. Fingers crossed it doesn't blow up. 3, 2, 1, fire the hole! No, I'm not tasting this one.
Lenny's got to move his Jag, so.
Oh yeah.
Filmed in Mexico.
So the Mexican Canyon's holy. Okay, all right. That was. You're not showing the gauges, right?
No.
Okay. Oh, don't show the speed limit. Don't show the speed limit. I can definitely feel it in the torque. That's where I can feel it, the difference. It's not like crazy, but it is, you know, for the little money we pay, I think pretty good.
For 14 bucks, it's worth it.
Yeah. 14 bucks in a tune, not too shabby. This thing's fun, dude. Let's see how it handles the burnouts.
Lenny's gonna demonstrate for us the powers of E85. Yeah, they're warming up the tires on that one. I'm a fan of big, rumbling V8 cars. I'm not a huge Beamer boy, but I will give credit because, you know what? for how little amount of money is put into this car, how much we beat the living shit out of it, and it's still running. Sure, you know, it throws codes and little things break, but you know what? I like this. You can't argue with the price point and performance and practicality you get out of it.
Okay, I want to also give you guys an update with, you know, I know the wheels look really stupid the way they are, but I have an update. They just shipped. They're bronze. I'm not going to show a picture. You're going to have to wait and find out, but they're going to look a lot better, and it's a nice way to kind of break up all the black. Let's get some rev shots. So it sounds about the same. Something about like it was like engine failure. I don't know. I think we got like one more on the way out of here, but we gotta go. No more. Just one more. Last one.
Got some smoke on that one.
Oh man. Yeah, that one was good. Let's take it back and see what's going on with the engine now.
Yeah.
Oh, did we get another code? No, just your fucking seatbelt. Okay, we just got back, you know, the E85 really added some horsepower, it was a lot of fun, but you can always go bigger. Here's the big turbo that we could put on the $7,500 BMW, and honestly, I need to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments if you want to see this. I tuned my BMW to 500 horsepower! Was this a mistake? Whoa! But first, we need to get rid of these stock grills, and I have just the idea. Fire in the hole. Well, there we go. That did the trick. All right, now we got the new M3 style. Just line her up and that looks so much better. Easy install. Well, here it is, my BMW budget build supercar killer sedan. That's right. Was it worth putting all the time and all the money and the effort into this car? Well, today we're gonna answer that question. Now, whether you own one of these already or maybe you're thinking about picking one up, well, hopefully this video will give you a good understanding of is it even fucking worth it? Well, let's start with the mods. Alrighty. So, what did I do to this car? What are all the mods? Well, the first thing that you could probably tell is this air cleaner right here. This is my cold air intake. Now I already know some of you guys are gonna be butthurt in the comments saying it's a hot air intake. All right, it looks cooler, and I didn't want to pay for all the plumbing that goes into here. So this is one of the first mods I did. Second up, I have a charge pipe. See right there? That is an aluminum charge pipe, this thing right here with these clamps on it. Now, I did that because the plastic one bursts all the time in these cars, and then you lose all your boost. So that was the second mod that I did. All right, next mod. Oh no!
What?
Dude, this thing came completely off. Look, it's completely melting.
That isn't the cool line, is it?
No, this is the cool line. That already exploded on me once. This is just the hood latch. So if this breaks, then I won't be able to open the hood.
Here, just zip tie it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some zip ties and we'll clean this up real quick. All right. So tip number one is if you own a BMW, make sure you have a large quantity of zip ties in your garage. They'll come in handy. So we'll zip tie this. Oh, this rubber's not coming off my hands. So there's one. Okay, there we go. All good. You're welcome, next owner. All right, well, now that that's taken care of, next mod I did was a catless downpipe, really deep into there. And what's really nice about these motors is it likes to leak, right? The valve cover and drips right onto that downpipe. So everyone at the signal is looking at you because your car's smoking, but that's okay. It's a BMW thing. And after that, well, I just did basic coil replacement and spark plugs. one step colder for the tune. The rest of the stuff is pretty much stock and all pretty much leaking. All right, that's it up top. Let me go into some of the other mods I did. All right, well, next mod I did was this VRSF intercooler, which is kind of essential if you're doing stage 2 of any sort, 91 octane, 93, E85, E30. That intercooler is helping getting colder air into the turbo for better performance. Let's go check the rear end. Dude, my tires are chewed the fuck up. Holy shit. All right, and the last performance mod that I pretty much did physically to the car was, well, this is a budget build, and in the essence of keeping it a budget build, I can't spend $1,500 for an axle back or a cat back exhaust. So what I did is I made my own valved exhaust. The cops here in California are mighty strict, so this does the job quite nicely. It's just a valve that was welded into the side of my existing exhaust. So when I open that, I'm pretty much getting a straight pipe sound, especially with that catless downpipe up front. All right, well, here's how it sounds. Take a listen. Fire in the hole. What's going on? Why is it not burbling? Oh, I wasn't in sport mode. There we go.
I think it's time Lenny finally gets a V8, other than the Jag.
Okay, I'm not making any promises here, okay? So don't hold me to it, but I may or may not be looking to liquidate this and get myself into something with 2 more cylinders and an extra turbo. So comment down below if you think you know what I may be hinting at. It's not that I don't love this car, it's just I may be wanting a little bit more torque, a little bit more horsepower, and honestly, I'm a V8 kind of guy. And I think this inline 6 has just served me long enough. So time to say goodbye to these lame burbles and maybe getting a bigger upgrade. So comment down below if you think you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get the hell out of here before we get arrested. All right, well, there you go. There's kind of the rundown of all the mods. And later in this video, you'll see that we're actually gonna go out to Mexico and test it out. But for right now, let's go over all the problems. Okay, so the first major problem that has been cursing me for a very long time, well, is this plastic valve cover. You know, in American cars, you have metal valve covers, but this plastic hunk of shit warps and cracks over time. So what happens is it likes to drip along the side here. It's a slant 6. All the oil collects in the side of the valve cover. And they even include this little drip tray because they knew it was gonna leak eventually. Very nice of BMW. But what ends up happening is it funnels right down on my downpipe and creates plumes of smoke. So the other major problem is that this oil filter housing likes to absolutely gush out oil. Okay, that might not seem like a horrible problem, but what that means is it's dripping right down onto my serpentine belt. And what happens is that serpentine belt gets nice and wet and slick, slips off and gets sucked into the engine, and the motor goes kaboom. Not a big deal, right? Well, here's the thing. In order to fix this gasket, you have to remove the entire intake manifold, replace all the gaskets in the intake manifold, disassemble basically the top end of the motor, get rid of all your fluids, and when you're reassembling, if you don't prime it correctly, you might spin a bearing. Pretty neat stuff. Oh. Now you may think we're done because I'm putting this back on. No. So one of the other major problems, as you can tell right here, my radiator has a hairline crack in it. So I'm basically waiting for this thing to burst and give me 3rd-degree burns at any moment now. And with that being said, let's go down under, check out some more of the problems. All right, so it looks like we have a little bit of leak on some of the turbo drainage lines. I think it's like the return line. There's a little bit of oil just dripping on the exhaust like I talked about. There's a little bit of oil down over here on the intercooler, and look, even on this control arm, there's some really black looking oil. Damn, that feels like brake fluid. I didn't feel like oil. I don't know. Hey, can you see if it's leaking on top by the valve cover?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the f?
What? What? Oh my god, what the hell happened? Oh dude, you got oil everywhere.
You gotta be careful when you're working on your Beamer.
What the hell, dude? All over the concrete.
I was just down under there, and I just touched it and it broke the line. It just burst. I think it was off the turbo. Oh.
Some time later.
I just listed all these terrible, catastrophic problems that I should really address. Well, This is a budget build, and with the nature of a budget build, there's no money for fixing oil leaks. So let's go take it out to Mexico and rip the ever-living shit out of it. This is an experiment for you guys. Let's go. All right, now that we are in the remote parts of the Mexican mountains, let's see if this BMW can do donuts. All right, we made it. We are out in the middle of the Mexican mountains to show you guys if all these mods were worth doing. We're gonna be answering the age-old question was, you know, are we gonna actually see that all this power is gonna translate to the rear wheels to get us a better 0 to 60 time? Well, I sure hope so, because it was a lot of money and time, and we have a perfect straight shot right now for a 0 to 60, so I think we should set up the cameras, set up the clocks, and get rolling. Okay, so start her up. She's already warm. Had a long drive here. Put her in sport mode. We have the check engine light, so that should help with the power. And we're gonna pull out to our straight line. So we're gonna start right where this white line is, right here. Set?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. About 60 and some change. So that is an amazing 0 to 60 at 5.9 seconds. So either this thing is extremely inaccurate or I got ripped off. So I think we're gonna do this again, because that's depressing.
It was not a good launch.
It was not a good launch. And also I didn't use the paddles because I was one hand driving already. So let's reset, take 2, and we're gonna beat that time, because that is worse than stock.
There's also 2 guys in the car.
There's also 2 guys, a trunk full of stuff, and I'm using a GPS actuated phone recorder. All right, this is take 2. This time I'm actually gonna be shifting it myself, and Noah is gonna be recording on the phone. So, are we ready?
Yep. And we got a 5.9 0 to 60 again, yeah. All
right, dude, well, this isn't looking too good. I'm a little dumbfounded. 5.9 is, I think eco boosts are quicker than 5.9. So I don't really know what's going on. I think I may have gotten scammed.
Maybe time for a better Beamer.
Maybe time for an upgrade, because that is awfully depressing. You know, I think what we need to test this out one more time. Okay, so here's what I think. That's awful. And here's what really matters. What's my 1/8 mile or 1/4 mile time? So I think the best bet is, before I get rid of this car, we take this to a drag strip and we get some real official times. Because I don't know the accuracy of my phone. It's probably like 3 seconds behind, which is really gonna make it a 3.9 second 0 to 60. That's probably what it really is. But we're just gonna say we're gonna go to the drag strip. We're gonna get some more accurate times to better represent the car and the build, because I really hope 5.9, it's not real. It's a mistake in the calculation. I'm not gonna even worry about it. When we get to the drag strip in the next episode, guys, we're gonna really test it out. And hopefully that 1/8 mile is impressive, because I'm a little upset right now.
Well, Lenny left me stranded out here, so now we gotta wait for him to come back. But between you and me, I am so sick of that fucking piece of shit Beamer, always breaking. I don't know why he can't just get a reliable car. I'm trying to convince him to dump that piece of shit and get something much nicer with a big old rumbling V8, even if it is another fucking Beamer. Something with more cylinders, something with more turbos, more power. Now that I got the Mustang 5.0, I've got the fastest car out of us. So we're gonna take the Mustang 5.0 and his crummy Beamer to the drag strip. Oh, here it comes. I think it's time for an upgrade. By the way, we just picked up this bad boy, and this is making about 500 horsepower right now, but soon to be 800, the supercharger on its way. So stay tuned, because next video, we're gonna burn the tires on this thing.
There you guys have it. We took it out, we did some tests. You know, I wanna do more tests. We're gonna be going to the Urbandale drag strip very soon, getting its final last hoorah, but I think I'm very seriously considering about buying a new vehicle. Like I said, 2 extra cylinders, an extra turbo. Let me know if you can guess what I'm throwing out here. But overall, this car really has never left me stranded. It's been a great daily driver. I've put a ton of miles on it. It's not, it wasn't amazing when I started with it, and we've kind of modified the shit out of it, and it's done pretty well. I mean, everything from all full bolt-ons to a tune, everything basically but big turbos. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm going for horsepower here. I want major horsepower, and I just, I don't know if this motor can really give me what I want. I think we may have to start on a different platform, if you know what I'm saying. So stay tuned, because Noah will be bringing out his Mustang to the drag strip. We'll be putting these two side by side and really trying to get a good eyeball test and really be getting a good understanding of, what car is really quicker. And then we'll go from there. We'll have to compare them. Who do you want to win? Better be me. Won't be needing these anymore. The Beamer build is back. On today's video, we'll be going over the next mod on our journey to 600 horsepower in this BMW. I first bought it for 7,500 bucks, and right now we're less than 10 grand in. Let me break that down for you. We have done a lot to this car. We swapped the clunky cat out with a catless downpipe option. We threw in a big intake. We put an upgraded intercooler in it. We put a metal charge pipe in it. We put a cutout in the exhaust system, and we tuned the shit out of it. Oh, and the 85, of course. All these mods so we could do stuff like this. But on today's video, the Beamer's getting new wheels and tires. I think this ghetto half and half look has run its course, and it's time to move on. And if you don't know why the wheels look like this right now, well, let me tell you. So basically, a few weeks ago, I was driving on the freeway, and this truck dropped this big black rod out of it, and well, blew up my rear rim. I mean, cracked it completely. So right now I'm running 2 stock rims, 2 aftermarket rims. And with our friends at Odd Hand Wheels, this thing's getting an upgrade. And let's just say we're doing a new color.
Let's see what we got inside. So just cut this. Okay. Don't need that. Okay, so clearly this is super wrapped. There you go. This is stuck in the thing.
We will know. I'll be able to take it out of the box.
There we go.
Look at that, dude. I love that. I love the color.
Got a bronze wheel. I think these bronze wheels are gonna fit really nicely with the new theme of this car.
I absolutely love the look of these things. I think it's gonna be a great addition to the car. And the color is really gonna help spice this up. So let's load it up in Noah's work truck and get these things mounted and balanced. Oh, I feel like we did this the other day. Oh. Okay, gotta go grab the other rims.
By the way, half of the roll cage came for the Mustang, so we'll be putting that on our NASCAR Mustang very soon. So stay tuned for that video, which will be coming out pretty soon.
They're on, baby. Man, they look good. I think the bronze was the way to go.
One day later.
You're already cleaning the brand new wheels?
Yeah, dude. Gotta keep them looking nice and shiny.
Why do you look like Burt Reynolds?
I do?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Oh my god, what is this?
What?
What's up with you? There's something different about you. I just don't know what it is. But what the hell is this?
It's my Trans Am, baby.
It's a trans something, that's for sure.
It's all done. What do you think?
Man, I don't hate it. I think we need to go drive this thing. Actually, you know what? This thing's missing something right around here.
I know just the thing. Oh, we broke one, but we're good to go. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, now for the second one. So apparently you just pull. Oof. Gosh, that sounds terrible. Fuck. I mean, fuck. There we go. Okay. What are you laughing at? So when I got the car, it had these red strut bars, and it looks like they're just wrapped red. Well, lucky for me, I got some bronze wrap, so let's wrap this fucker. Hey, you're probably gonna need this knife now to cut the wrap.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
What the? What are you doing? I'm Burt Reynolds.
No, I'm Burt Reynolds.
No, I'm Burt Reynolds.
No, I'm Burt Reynolds.
This is my car.
Well, I got the fake mustache.
I have a real mustache. Howdy, partner. Hold this right here. There we go.
we're gonna just basically take this wrap and put it right over those support struts. We're not even gonna remove the old wrap because why waste our time? So he's applying the wrap right now, and he's also covering the shot.
All right, go ahead and cut the excess wrap off. Oh. Almost done applying the new bronze wrap. I mean, we're transforming this car here. Okay, how's that look? Does it look better?
Looks the same.
What do you mean looks the same?
Looks like the same color right now.
What you mean looks the same? And the final touches. You know I couldn't put it back on the same way. There we go. What's more gangster than gold grills? Gold grills. Gold grills.
Since we're the first people in the world to make a Bandit BMW, they don't sell parts for this, so we had to make our own parts.
Custom.
Yep. And there we go. Now to the other side.
Boom. You just broke a piece off. Nice.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
This is the most ghetto but cool thing ever. Like, it's, I know spray painting it is like complete crap, not the right way to do it, and this may seem as ricey as we can get, but I like it. I'm just gonna say it. I don't give two flying fucks. This is cool. This is badass.
Oh my gosh. Black and yellow license plate to match it.
I know. Got the Bandit BMW, dude.
Trans BMW.
Yeah, it's a trans BMW. You could say that.
Well, there we go. There you have it. I think we should take this thing to Cars and Coffee and get some reactions. I think that'll be a pretty cool video. But there you go. If your BMW didn't get enough attention before, this will definitely do the trick. I think now we should take her out on the open road. Really test her out, get some nice roller shots for you.
So, where's the T-tops?
T-tops? We got a sunroof.
Oh, I see how it is.
I think I'm gonna start dressing like this every day.
Shot a rock right at my dick. Fuck. Oh. That hurt. Fuck, that hurt. Oh my god. Mustache! I lost my mustache. No.
Sucks to suck.
I hope you guys enjoyed our Bandit BMW build. Subscribe if you want to see more cool videos like this. It's currently full bolt-on tune, all that good stuff, E85. What do you think we should do to the Bandit BMW next? Should we do a turbo? Should we do meth injection? I'm trying to convince Lenny to go with a bigger turbo, meth.
You just want to do meth.
Yeah. But even for what it has now, it's a fun car to just absolutely rip around. We've got a lot of maintenance to do, so stay tuned for that.
Well, there you have it. Smokey and the Bandito.
Smokey and the Beamer.
Smokey and the Beamer. Smokey and the Bandits. This sticker was actually pretty cool. You know, I've always wanted a Trans Am. That's my dream car. You know I love the Jag, but a early 70s Trans Am is the dream. So luckily I'm able to get a little taste of that right now. Between the sticker, the grills, and the struts, it's looking pretty cool. Look at that. Now I know the car's a little dirty because we were ripping it around, but huge thanks to Odd Hand Wheels for hooking it up in today's episode. Honestly, I think the bronze was an obvious choice. It looks much better than my old rims. And it looks much better than my mismatched rims as well. Just look at those puppies. Just look at those puppies. And carrying these to the tire shop, I was actually really surprised at how light they were. And I was very surprised that it held up to all the abuse that I threw at it today. No problems whatsoever. There you have it. What do you say, Noah? What do you say we go hit the open roads?
Let's do it.